What's up YouTube, it's Mark here from NxtLvLTech and Android TV.tips, and as you guys know, I've kind of stepped back a little bit from the TV stuff on the channel, some of the fire sticks and all that other stuff, and I've been venturing out into some other ways of taking my tech to the next level. If you guys have been watching my recent live streams, you guys know that I've been really interested in cryptocurrency and stocks that are related to cryptocurrency, and kind of going down that rabbit hole has got me a little interested in mining for cryptocurrency. Now, I'm not talking about building a big mining rig and quitting my day job and just mining coins and going crazy. My mentality right now is I just want to know what it's about. I actually want to see firsthand knowledge if it makes sense to actually build a mining rig, if it is profitable, could it actually help me save in the long run to getting up to a couple coins in the bank, in the digital vault, whatever you want to call it. So over the past couple days, I set up mining software on my Nvidia 1060 that's in here. Now, that's a pretty old graphics card. It's not really producing the hash rates that I would like to see a good return on. However, I didn't pay much for this 1060. It was a used card that I put in, but I really want to see the difference when it comes to the 1060 versus this GeForce RTX 3090. Now, the 3000 series Nvidia cards are a lot more energy efficient, which would increase your profitability when it comes to mining cryptocurrency. When you're mining cryptocurrency, it does produce a lot of heat and use a lot of energy. So if you're using older cards, it can actually run up your electricity bills, especially when you're using several cards on one rig. A lot of people would build a wooden rig and put about 6 to 8 GPUs on one build to actually start mining cryptocurrency. I'm not sure if I'm at that stage yet. I am interested to see what kind of returns I can get. The problem with building rigs right now is getting your hands on graphics cards as well as cryptocurrency related motherboards and other related parts to building the rigs, right? So right now I just want to understand the process with one graphics card, see what kind of difference there is between the 1060 versus the 3090, and maybe if I can actually find some graphics cards later on down the road, possibly building a rig with maybe some 3060s, because they are some really good value graphics cards that don't actually exist. They announced it, they released it, but there's no stock anywhere that I can find, at least in Canada where I live. So if any of you guys have some 3060s out there or graphics cards, and you want to throw them my way to see what kind of mining rig that I'll build with it and what kind of hash rates and productions that we can get out of building a rig with some 3060s, that would be pretty cool. But leave a comment down below, and if I can, find the parts, maybe I'll build one. I am interested in building an Ethereum mining rig. I guess you would call it bullish on Ethereum. Bitcoin is good, but I do believe in the value of Ethereum, and I do own Ethereum versus Bitcoin. I'm more heavy in Ethereum, just the practicality to me. So we'll jump into an unboxing and I will get it installed and show you guys the difference of mining on the 1060 versus the 3090. All right, so here we have the EVGA for the Win 3 Ultra GeForce RTX 3090. Man, almost out of breath. I feel like these products these days, they just get bigger and bigger names. This box is absolutely huge. So just to give you a quick size comparison, here's an Xbox Series X controller. So on the box, that's all that's really written on the front here. On the side, same thing. On the back, it goes over some of the specs. It says that it's got 2nd gen ray tracing cores, 3rd gen tensor cores, PCI Express Gen 4, Microsoft DirectX 12 Ultimate, GDDR6X graphics memory, Nvidia DLSS, Nvidia GeForce Experience, Nvidia G-Sync, Nvidia GPU Boost, Nvidia NVLink, which is SLI ready, game ready drivers, Vulcan RT API, DisplayPort 1.4 and HDMI 2.1, HDCP 2.3 VR ready. Now this is Nvidia's flagship graphics card. I'm super excited to get it installed and take my productivity to the next level. So let's get this open. Let's crack it open. I've had it for a little while. I just haven't got around to actually installing it. So this is a good opportunity for me to get this rocking and rolling for you guys. So let's crack this seal. Yeah, and I'm always trying to be super careful with these boxes just in case I'm trying to put them back in their box and sell them later on if I upgrade parts or whatever I do. But this is a part that I don't think that I'll be upgrading anytime soon. So once we got this open, we have a piece of foam here to take off that's covering the GPU itself. On this side here, we have the instruction manual or the installation guide for the GeForce GTX RTX series. Now I've already gone ahead and downloaded the drivers, so I don't really need that. Now this card includes a retention bracket. The reason this card has a retention bracket is because this card is absolutely massive. So just to kind of disperse that weight and that size a little bit better, they include this retention bracket. So we'll put that off to the side for now. And it looks like, oh yeah, and it comes with screws on the inside as well too. I'm gonna put that back in there so we don't lose anything. All right, so it also comes with a case badge, EVGA. I'll take it out so you guys can see it. All right, so there is there's the EVGA badge. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. It just says powered by EVGA, and that would go on the chassis of your case. Holy moly. Jeez, all right, so you can see there's the 3 fans there. All right, that looks like that's all of the protective film. Oh man, this is nice. This is definitely got some weight to it. This is crazy how heavy this thing is compared to the 1060 that's currently in my computer right now. So you can see the top here is heatsink, as well as this is where your power is going to be going into. So you have 3 8-pin slots there, as well as this EVGA GeForce RTX 3090 branding, which is metal but also lights up, which is actually really interesting. You can see it's branded on each one of the fan blades with the E for EVGA, and it has the GeForce RTX right here. All right, so underneath you see more of the heat sinks. And on the bottom of it, it has this nice kind of carbon fiber kind of snake skin appeal with the GeForce RTX down here. And it looks like it has, but on the bottom here, it has a switch and it says OC for overclock and normal. So that's kind of nice. I've never really paid too much attention with video cards because I've never been much of a PC gamer. So this might change it for me, or maybe I'll just be using it for productivity. It is kind of interesting because Nvidia does have 2 different sets of graphic drivers for their cards now, specifically geared towards either if you're a gamer or if you're a content creator, or if you're looking for something that's more for productivity versus gaming. So I am going to initially be installing the drivers for productivity and for content creation, because that's essentially what I'm going to be doing with it most of the time. Even if you are gaming with it, with those drivers, you're still good, but you want to pick the drivers in which you're doing for most of the time. So I'm going to get this installed, and we are going to talk a little bit about that crypto mining to see what kind of differences this card is going to have. Yeah, so let's get right into that. So this is a before shot before we get into what the 3090 looks like in my rig. I know the rig's really dusty and the cable management was terrible. So I spent some time just organizing the cable management a little bit better. I have cable management issues. There's the after. I've cleaned up the cables a bit. and you can see the card is humongous. I'm trying to navigate cables around it. If you have cables going across the board from one side to another, it just isn't cool. So this is what it looks like after. I haven't got the power cables tucked away yet. I am going to be swapping out for a new power supply. I have a new power supply coming in soon. All right, guys. So in conclusion, this is a comparison for the mega hash rate, or the hash rates, when mining Ethereum. So the 1060, you're getting about 22. Right now I'm showing you 18 because I'm using the computer at the same time as per this recording, but it's also showing you the power efficiencies as well. You're seeing that one is using about 100 watts of power. So I kind of calculate this at 5.5 times the hash rate is going to give you about 121, 122 mega hashes per second, which is generally what you're going to be getting. It's showing less again because I'm using the computer at the same time as recording. I don't actually have a rig yet, and this is the only computer I have the graphics cards installed on. So that's why it's showing lesser of what it's actually clocking at when I'm not using the computer. So when I'm using the computer, depending on what I'm doing, if I'm doing recording or whatever, you're seeing 85. But if I'm not using the computer and it's tweaked with MSI Afterburner, I'm able to get about 122 mega hashes a second. And again, like I said, that's about 5.5 times the hash rate of a Nvidia 1060 with a lot less power consumption. So it's been a really interesting experience. It has piqued my curiosity when it comes to mining cryptocurrency. However, I'm not sure if I can fill that sweet tooth with all the GPUs out of stock. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. It's a little bit different from what I'm usually doing. All right, so we're over at NiceHash, and they have a nice mining calculator that will actually calculate a couple different things. So we can actually, on one side, we can put in our currency and our cost of electricity. So whatever the cost of electricity wherever you live is, you can enter your old card and your new card, and however many cards you're running, whatever your situation is and your configurations, and you can hit calculate. And as you scroll down, you can see one is going to give you $2.13 a day, and the other one is going to give you about $11 a day. And then down here is where it breaks it down even further, where it says your income, and then it says your cost of electricity. So on the 1060, you're looking at about 22 cents a day, $1.51 a week, and $6.04. And then it's going to subtract to give you your profitability. On the other side, it's going to give you $11.67 per day, $80.48 for the week, $33.05 for the month. And then obviously it's going to subtract the same kind of stuff to give you your profitability. Now, it's not just your electricity. Obviously, you want to make back the money on the cards if you're buying them for mining. And a good rule of thumb, it's probably going to take you about 4 to 5 months to pay back for your cards, depending on how you have them set up, how you have them tweaked, and how much you paid for them before you're looking at 100% profit per se. Obviously, you still got to pay for your electricity, but the more you spend on your card, yes, the more you're going to make, but the more you need to make to pay for the expensive card as well. So usually it takes about 4 to 5 months. Keep that in mind. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video about cryptocurrency and about crypto mining. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the Telegram group, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Hey everybody, just before we get going, I wanted to say a huge thank you, much love and appreciation to everyone who supports what I do over here on NxtLvLTech. Make sure you hit that like and that subscribe button and share these videos with a family member and friend.